Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this fly that is in here. My window's wide open. It's morning time, so there's a forest out there. And there's Bat Ears McGee. Yay, little Bat Ears. Or in his actual name is Patches Jr. He is Patches Jr., but I call him Bat Ears McGee because he keeps his ears crinkled up next to his head all the time. And he's so cute. His anti-camera gyroscope is slightly active. He keeps turning away from the camera, but you know, he's a cutie. He's a cutie. He's warm and soft and fuzzy. You can't feel his spine. You can feel, you know, a meaty solid core where his spine is, but you can't feel his individual vertebrae. You can feel his skeletal structure, but you can't really feel his hips. So he's still a young, medium age. He's a sweetie, but I'm going to put him back in his cage because I really startled him when I woke him up. I felt bad about that. Usually when I wake them up, I crinkle the bedding, and I thought he was awake. And so when I touched him, he just went, what? And so I feel kind of bad about that. Here we go, little Bat Ears. Here we go, little guy. Thank you very, very much. He's a sweetie. I had him downstairs. Well, I had most of not well. I had about three or four of my hamsters downstairs last night at various points, sitting on the chair with me and sitting on my lap. So I think Bat Ears went down. I'm not quite sure, but they have fun when I take them downstairs. They climb around on the arms of my chair. I put them on the back of my chair because when I sit for so long, my back just hurts from sitting. So I have to stand for a while. I can't stand for long. I have just stand in place time of about 20 minutes in an 8-hour period. So I can't just stand for very long, but I'll stand for a couple minutes so that my back can relax from the pain of just sitting for so long. And then I set them on the back of my chair. And then I just let them run around on the back of the chair. And then they'll slide down onto... I have some pillows and such on the back because my lower back requires a lot of support. And so they go boop down onto the support pillows. It doesn't hurt them. It's only like 6 inches down there. And then they're able to go boop another couple inches down to the seat. So they go adventuring and exploring. And in no way, shape, or form am I ever going to let them side or hurt far enough they're going to hurt themselves. I have, unfortunately, in the past, before I realized just how stupid hamsters were when it comes to heights. They don't understand height at all. You know, they will quite happily lower themselves over the edge of something and then drop like 10 feet straight down because they can't see. They don't know heights. And the problem with that is when hamsters fall, they become aerodynamic missiles. And from nose to tail, straight spine, just zoom. And when they hit the ground, nose first, spinal compression. And when you have spinal compression, take a look at an NFL player when they go tackling head first, spinal compression. You're paralyzed. I have had hamsters become paralyzed from like their rib cage down. They were okay here, but from the rib cage down, everything just dragged. They lost control of their bowel and bladder, and within 24 hours, they were gone. So I am super careful about that. It is so easy. If they fall any distance and it's nose first, that's it. They are gonna die. So if you ever see a falling hamster, do your darndest. Make sure it lands any other way than nose first. Because if it's nose first, it's goner. It's going to have spinal compression and it is going to die horribly. So make it land any other way and it will likely survive. I mean, hamsters aren't mice. Mice you can actually... From their size, you can throw a mouse out of an airplane 35,000 feet. And unless it lands like on concrete or sharp rocks, it's going to be okay. It's going to survive the fall because its surface mass with where it lands and all that, it's going to survive. It might not be happy. It might not land without breaking something, but it will survive. Hamsters, I'm not so sure they could do that even if they didn't land like little nose missiles. So don't drop your hamsters, please. But they are little sweeties. Now, one thing I forgot the direction I had to turn. I even worked it out beforehand. I went through and I took the games that I have and could find, and these are all my PlayStation 1 games with my Nintendo 64 cartridge there, the only one I've got. These are my PlayStation 2 games with a scattering of my PlayStation 4 and Xbone, and I've got some of my Dreamcast stuff. My Xbox, I can only find 3 of my Xbox 360 games. So I don't know if I sold them. I don't know if they're still in the unit. I've got none of my original Xbox games there. They have to be still in the unit. I got enough games from my old consoles that it should fill up the entirety of that. I don't know where the rest of them are. Like I say, hopefully they're still in the storage unit. So I've got to go and clear out the storage unit still. I have lost a lot of stuff. I had an entire box full of board games. And I showed you the board games before. There was like this Winter's something is a $100 board game. Another zombie game that was a $100 board game. I had all these $100 board games filled with massive stuff. I remember putting them in a box where at the garage that I was in. I cannot remember seeing them past that. I don't know if they made it into the storage truck and then made it to the storage unit. At one point, I actually forgot to close the doors on the thing. I don't know if a box fell out, and if it did, was it the board games? I don't know if stuff got left behind at the garage. There's just a lot of stuff of mine that's just gone. I hate that fly. One thing that is nice, though, is it rained last night. Oh my God, after like 2 months of no rain, everything has been dead outside. The grass has just been brown. The trees have been dying. It has been horrible outside, but it rained last night. Oh, it was so nice, especially for the first time in ages. I got to fall asleep while listening to the rain again. Oh, I love doing that. The sound of the rain on the rooftop. Wonderful, wonderful sound. For a long time now, the places that I've lived in, you couldn't really hear the rain. Not necessarily because of, the way the rain was hitting the roof, but my wife had her own portable oxygen concentrator that we kept in the kitchen. And then she had a 50-foot tube that, it looped around, and she wore it like this, and it ran all the time. I say our because it was there. We got the not portable, but it was semi-portable in that it was a machine, great big ass machine, about 50 pounds on wheels, and it ran and it delivered her 2 liters of oxygen constantly running through the thing onto her nose. And it was loud. You think my computer is loud? You can't hear it. I've been using noise reduction through Audacity ever since someone told me how to do that. So I've been using noise reduction. You can't hear my computer anymore. It's like an air conditioning unit. But her oxygen thing was super loud. And then I had my CPAP. Now I keep calling it a CPAP machine. It is a VPAP for variable positive air pressure. CPAP is actually trademarked by the people who make the CPAP machine for the constant positive air pressure. That is just, it's like having the exit part of a vacuum cleaner constantly blowing into your face all the time. I had one of those to start off, very difficult to breathe. A VPAP, when I breathe inward, it, inhale, it just bursts air, just whoa. When I exhale, it slows it down, like about half, so that I can exhale. It took a long time even for that for my body to get used to, because the breathing, even with it cutting back by half, my breathing is extremely shallow at night. But even if I stop breathing, I've still got airflow, because that damn thing is just whoa. air down my throat. And boy, I've had a lot of cramping this morning, because it's not just air down your throat into your lungs. As you start to relax, it forces open your esophagus and you swallow air. And boy, all that gas fills up your intestines, and you're passing gas all day, and it hurts. It's uncomfortable. I just adjusted my chair because I realized that my chair is once again aimed that way while I'm facing this way, and it's like that. Come on, back. I got scoliosis, and it's gotten worse as I've gotten older, but I still gotta like have my chair face forward so I can face forward. Because otherwise, I can't if I just let my spine keep getting worse without fighting it, I'm going to be all twisted up when I get older. And I've tried to help people in nursing homes that had problems, that were so bent up they could like only sleep on one side. Well, I'm so bent up I can only sleep on one side now. My spine is bent in such a fashion because of my scoliosis and such that it's like this when I stand. Except it's in the other direction. It goes like this when I stand, left and right, so that when I'm on my left side, I'm like a plate that's sitting like a bowl on a mattress. And so because my spine naturally is going like that, I'm on my left side, it's okay. But when I try to sit on my right, it's like a bowl on this way, a mountaintop, but that's my spine is like that on my side. And as my body tries to flatten out, but my spine doesn't flatten out anymore that direction. It hurts like hell. Can't lie on that side anymore. And I can't lie on my back. My back injuries are such. If I sleep on my back, I will not be able to get out of bed on my own. It will hurt so much. The last time I fell asleep on my back, I was in the hospital, and it took 2 big nurses to help me stand up because I could not move. I was almost screaming, but I was crying. It hurt so bad. Oh man, I cannot lie on my back just because of my back injuries. Thumbs up for that. Hey, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to open up 24 hours worth of comments on my community page. So I'm even having to open it up to the right channel because, as it turns out, on Chrome, which I use for my video work, it was tuned to my game channel, which is cool. But I'm opening up 24 hours worth of comments now on my community tab. If you have a YouTube account, and if you're watching this, you probably do, you have a Creator Studio. In the Creator Studio is a community tab. In that first one is comments. It lists I turned into Leafy there. It lists every single one of your comments in chronological order from your most recent down to about 2 years is as far back as I've seen, but who knows. But I'm just going to open up 24 hours worth of comments. I had 2 THC brownies before I went to bed last night. I slept very well, which is one of the reasons it hurt so much this morning, because I slept a long time. But I slept quite well. THC is beautiful and wonderful. It's the only reason I am not in constant pain. It's the only reason I'm not bedridden. I'll tell you that. Before I was taking just methadone and cannabis, I was taking 29 different prescription meds for pain. Then we cut out 28 of them because I replaced them with cannabis. Now they're taking away methadone. Now, I'm going to do 20 to 25 people. If you'd like to have a comment, a shout out, just ask for a shout out. If I catch it, you'll get that. I did not catch any. But if I mispronounce your name, no disrespect is intended. I'm terrible at names, better than I thought, but not that good. So I do my best. But now whether they're good comments, people saying you're a wonderful person, thank you for making videos. Bad comments saying you should die of cancer, why aren't you dead yet, you old fuck? Or indifferent saying you're a human being, these are comments. These are all valid and equal in my eyes, and I thank you for leaving comments. You get me out of my head, dealing with people in the real world, and that's awesome. It is not a good landscape behind these eyes. My depression and bipolar disorder is not good. thumbs up for that. So thank you very much. So first off, we have John Pierre. Thank you very, very much. And Chris Jericho. Thank you. Smells like nothing. Well, interesting concept. Thank you very, very much. Claude 5190. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Mateus Bulcher. Thank you very, very much. Darth Mouse. I like that name. Very cute. Biscuit the Dog. Thank you very, very much. James Knight. Thank you very much. And there is Kyle Sutcliffe. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. There is Stalled 2 Dude 911. Or 911. Thank you. However it's pronounced. Thank you very, very much. Angberry. Thank you. Let's see. Now that was 11. So there we go. Brutal Blades Workshop. Thank you very much. Cool name. Ruben Pyers. Thank you very, very much. And Red Studios. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Lucas Nordman. Thank you very, very much. And then there's Undercover Outlaws Entertainment. Heck of a name. Thank you very much. Slender Killer Asur. Thank you very, very much. And Gurren Lagann, son of a gun, thank you very much for being around. I've come to really appreciate seeing your name in the comments. Thank you. And Elliot, thank you very, very much. Akame Bro, same thing. Thank you. The more I see a name in the comments, the more I come to appreciate seeing the name in the comments. Thank you very much. And there is Floyd Mortlock, son of a gun, you as well. And there is, I don't know how to pronounce this, Otis Holdentroll? I hope. And I'm terrible at counting. I think I've lost track already, but I hope I pronounced your name properly. And Rick Thoughts, thank you very, very much. And Laurie Strode, thank you very, very much. And last but not least, Tobias W. Thank you very, very much. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world. My shoulders are burning. Ow. But that's okay. It's better to hurt because, you know, it means you're still alive. And that's a good thing. Now, I'd opened up my device, but then forgot to open up the actual list of greetings. I didn't have a single text file opened up. If you'd like to hear a greeting in your home language, please drop it into the comments, and if I catch it, I'm going to put it in here. So, bom dia, dia dit, dia guet, guten tag, annyeonghaseyo, buenos dias, bună dimineaţa, ohio, librit, labas ritas, kumusta, buongiorno, terahomikos, yoragel, borabaivi, barilus, nihao, kalimera, bonjour, bokertov, dzień dobry, labdien, dobre utra, seba alker, dobre rano, bereda, privyet, gunaiden, selamat pagi. I still haven't looked up the pronunciation. That's Indonesian. I hope I'm close. And, of course, go forth and have the crack. Good food, good drink with good friends. Now, it doesn't have to be an alcoholic beverage. Does not have to be mountains of crack cocaine. Does not have to be a prostitute spreading her thighs for you. No, the crack. Good food, good drink with good friends. It can be any and all of those things, but it doesn't have to be. After all, prostitutes make anything better. Of either gender. Hey, sex workers unite. There is nothing to be ashamed of being a sex worker. It is valuable work, and there is nothing to be ashamed of. The only thing we have going wrong is the whole problem with the whole pimp thing. That's the issue. Oh boy, I'm running close on time, so if you could check my links down below, that would be awesome. There's like Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+, my blog. Hey, I even started writing back on my blog. The heat has been terrible, terrible, terrible. My thanks to everybody who's donated to my GoFundMe campaign, and my thanks to every one of my Patreon.com patrons. You're beautiful, awesome people. Thank you so much. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be able to stay in this house. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become one of my Patreon.com patrons, that would be wonderful and greatly appreciated. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate it, that is A-OK, because I take all good wishes, deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, that would be greatly appreciated. I do appreciate all positive validation for my existence. I use the word appreciate a lot. I need to start using a thesaurus. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that too would be very cool. Though I would understand if you wouldn't want to. I'm a weird older guy. I'm set in my ways. I've got an odd bunch of habits. And my personality has rubbed people wrong my whole life. So I would understand if you don't want to watch the videos. I understand if you don't want to subscribe to the channel. But if you do, then I will do my damnedest to keep you entertained from now until the end of time. Hell, slap a few coats of sealant on you. Stack that cordwood down in the basement. You'll last for decades before you go sour. I got a reaction video coming up. I got a game video coming up on this channel. Got a game channel. If you could check the link down there. Do 2 game videos daily. Son of a gun. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And this is going to be about 20 minutes and 4 seconds. So have a great day. Oh, 6 seconds.